dear friends, welcome back again. We are so happy you popped over again to see what we are up to today. Of course, for everyone who is new here, welcome. We are Janny and Dyanne, and we hope you enjoy what you see. And if you do, of course, we hope you take a little bit of inspiration with you. For everyone who is here and is not subscribed to our channel, we hope you will click the red subscribe button, give it a thumbs up, and tick the bell so you will be notified every time we upload new DIYs. Like we always say, enough talking, let's jump in today's inspiration. And here you see already on the table all the things we need for this DIY. We need, of course, our tumbling tile blocks. These are the smaller blocks, the same like Dollar Tree also have. We use some paints, some white, blue and red. I have here my container with everything inside. Of course, my wood glue, my scissors, markers, brushes, everything we need. And of course, I have here an old piece of kitchen towel which is wet to wipe away the glue. So these are the main things we need for this DIY. What we're going to make Uncle Sam, but in the shape of a nutcracker. So we will see how this will turn out. So we are going to start with the bottom of the nutcrackers. Of course, we are going to make two different Uncle Sam in the coloring different. So they will be the same, but they are different in coloring. So we're going to start with the bottoms of both of them. So we take 4 pieces and we take 4 pieces over here. What we're going to do, very easy, we're going to glue on the tops some glue. You see already, I have already too much glue. I always have too much glue. Leave me a comment down below if you also have the same problem, that you always are fighting with the glue, because I have the little opening already very small. So it is already a small opening, but still I am someone who uses a lot of glue. So again, we're going to squeeze them together, wipe away with our towel the glue we don't need, because we don't need too much of the glue, of course. And make sure that you have it in a straight line. Everyone who uses a metal square or metal hook is also fine. I don't use it, but be my guest. If you like to use it to keep everything straight, it's also fine. I'm going to leave this for a couple of minutes drying. So we gave it a couple of minutes. We lay one on the side. We do a little small line of glue over here. And we do this one also on the side. A small line of glue. And we're going to place them against each other in a straight line again. And we do here the same. So we have a nice stand where they can stand on. Squeeze it, and we're going to give it a couple of minutes drying. So we gave it a couple of minutes. I'm going to place them aside because we need them later for painting. What we're going to do now, we're going to get 7 pieces of 2. So you already have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. But of course, I'm going to place them over here. And now we're going to do again 2 pieces of 7, because this block is not really fine. We have 2 nutcrackers, so we do it 2 times. So we make 2 rows of 7 blocks of this one. I have here 3, 4, 6, 7. So 7, 7, 7, 7. What we're going to do, very easy, we're just going to glue the tops on each other. And very easy again, squeeze it. And again, it's a little bit of a task, but just take your time for it, because it's always important. Just take your time, don't rush it. It is an easy DIY, but it always give more and high-end look if you just do it very carefully and slowly. And take your time for it, especially because we're going to paint also. And I'm not, like everyone already knows, a great painter, at least especially not for faces. So this will be a challenge for me again to keep it looking like a real Uncle Sam. But every time I do my best, and you can change it up any way you like, because probably you are a much better painter than I am. But I give you the idea, so you can change it up any way you like. You can even spray paint it in gold or silver if you don't like the colors. And again, number 7, also over here. And we're going to give it a couple of minutes drying. Just squeeze them together like this and make sure that you have a straight line over here and wipe away the glue you don't need. So I'm going to do the rest, but you have later two rows of 7 blocks glued together. So now we gave both of the sets of 7, we gave some rest. What we're going to do, because it will be a little bit chaos, because we are going to glue pieces in separate ways. So because we're going to want to make it ourselves simple, we are going to start with this one with the B of the blue and the W of the W of the white. Here in the Netherlands we say blauw en wit. Blauw en wit. And you say blue and white. So I'm going to do here, it will be a B. Here will be the W. Here will be the B. Here will be the W. Here will be the B. And here will the W. And here will be the B. Of course, we're going to do here the same. This will be a different color. So this will be red and white. So, and we say rood and wit. So red, the R, and the W, the R, and the W, the R, and the W, and the R. So now we know at least the feet of our nutcracker, the colors, so we don't get mixed up what we don't want. So we're going to place them aside over here, and this one over here. What we're going to do now, we're going to do the rest of the body is the top. From the tops we are going to get 4 blocks for the arms. This is one arm, this is arm number 2, but of course we have to double it up because we have two nutcrackers. Again over here, this will be the arms. What we're going to do is very easy. We do some glue on this one and we place it on top of here. We do some glue on this one and we place it on top. We do here the same and we place it on top, and we do some on the wider side also over here, and we're going to do this the same and over here. So it is very easy because the arms get the neutral color of the neutral color, but the same color, and we only need the underside need to be a little bit white, but that's very easy to do. So we're going to place it on the side, squeeze it, place it on the side, squeeze it and make a straight line, place it on the side, squeeze it, and again over here the same. So if my English is not perfect, just look what I'm doing, then everything will be fine, because I know sometimes English and Dutch through each other is sometimes a little bit difficult. So we get the towel and we're going to wipe away the glue on the sides, which is coming off over here, and we're going to let it rest for a couple of minutes again. So now we have our 8 pieces of 2. We're going to get a 1, do the tops and place it against each other on the tops, place it against each other, over here the same, and so we get, if everything is correctly, 4 arms, and we're going to squeeze it, and the last one, and we're going to give this also a couple of minutes drying again. So I give the 4 arms, I gave a couple of minutes drying. Of course I get my pencil, and we're going to do for 2 of them. One will be blue, this one will be also blue, and this one will be red, and this one will be red. So we're going to place them also on the side over here, and this one on this side. Now we're going to do his body, at least the in between. So his top of his body, we are going to get 7 blocks. It's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, but we're going to place them on this side. You see, this way. We're going to place them over here, this 7, and we do here the same. Place it on the side, 4, 5, 6, and a number 7. And we do here the same, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, if everything is correctly. Yes, it is. And we do here another one because we need 2 pieces of his body, and this is 7. So we do it very easy. Now we do it on the inside. We place it on the side, place them against each other and do immediately against each other, then the glue is not running out too much. So this way. And number 7 is to close you up, so it's very easy. And I do it this one together with you. So of course, for everyone who doesn't like to see how it is made this way, I totally understand. Skip forward, or maybe this is not for you, because I always do it step by step. I enjoy it, and a lot of friends also enjoy it, so that's why I do it. And give your own twist on it, because this is not something you have to do. This is only an idea. And the last one, number 2 and 3 and number 4 and number 5 and number 6 and 7 is to close you up, and we're going to squeeze it together like this way. And again, make sure that you get a nice straight line, because that's what you want. Squeeze it and make sure that you feel with your fingers that you have a nice straight line. Also over here. And we do here the same. And I'm going to wipe away the glue and give them a couple of minutes drying. So we gave it a couple of minutes. We're going to place one on the side, do some glue over here. And we do this one the same. We do on the side and we do some glue. And we're going to place it against each other this way to make one full top of his body. And over here, squeeze it. And make sure that you have a nice straight line. And we're going to give this also a couple of minutes. And this one will be red and one will be blue. But of course, later we're going to give it a little bit over here. I don't know if I do it in front or we will do that later, but you will see that in a moment. So we have a blue one and a red one and a blue one. And we're going to place it aside to make sure that it can dry over here. And now we're going to go for his head. We have 7 blocks again, and we do another one of 7 blocks. And this way, and we're going to do the same, very easy, in the middle again, just like we did with the body itself, of what will be his coat. And this one, and the last, number 6 and number 7, is to close you up again. Place it together, and so you also have 2 faces, but you can do the face any way you like. Over here, and I'm going to place this one against here, squeeze it again, and make a straight line also over here. And we're going to give it a couple of minutes rest again. So we place the 2 faces on the side. What we're going to do, we're going to start with his head. We're going to take 4 blocks. And we're going to do 4 blocks again. And we go do very easy on the tops some glue, because this will be the underside of his head. You see already I'm stuck to myself. And this is number 2, number 3 and number 4. And again, squeeze it, squeeze, and here, and here. And we're going to wipe away the glue, because it's already a little bit too much, you see already. I have to make sure that I have a straight line like this. And I'm going to let it dry in for a couple of minutes. So in the meantime, well, of course, this is drying. I was totally forgot. I'm going to do his head. I'm doing it in the cream color. So I do a C over here. So I know exactly what color I need to paint it. And so we can later, because it will be one big chaos, because we're going to paint everything. So right now we are going to make sure that we're going to stick this one together. So we place one on the side over here and this one also. And we're going to glue them to each other. And over here the same. And we're going to give it a little bit of pressure. And we're going to give it a couple of minutes again. So now we give also the underside of the head, we're going to give some rest. And now we're going to do the top of the head. And these also, again, very simple. You just place, again, 7 blocks. But we are not going to glue them, because they have all of them have different colors. So we're going to start with one with the red, one with the white, again with the red, the white, the red and the white, and we end with the red. This is already one top of the head. Now we get 7 blocks again, and we're going to start with blue and white, blue and white, blue and white, and we end with the blue. So it is very easy. Now we have all the pieces we need for painting, and of course I have to assure this one will be blue, one of the on the side of the head, and the other one will be red. Again, make sure that you have an eraser with you so you can erase it first before you're going to glue. That's always a great thing, or maybe you see the letters under it, but this is a little bit easy because it's very chaos what we're going to paint. So now we have all the pieces, so now it is very easy. I'm going to start with red, and I'm going to paint all the pieces red where I did write a red on top. So, and that's, we're going to do the red and then the blue and the white, but of course if you have other colors, totally fine too. But I'm going to won't bore you with every color, so I'm going to color them and then we're going to do the next step. So it is already a lot of blue and red on my table. What I'm going to do now the white, the last pieces, but I'm going to wait with the face because we have 2 of the faces like this. So this just a 7 block like this, and I did the creamy color on top. I'm going to place them aside. I'm going to wait with this one because I want to give it also a kind of a nose. So I'm going to wait with this too, but first I'm going to do the rest in the white color. So you see already on the side are all the pieces we did color already, except for these 2 blocks, which will be the faces. What I'm going to do, I'm going to get a block, a loose block, and I'm going to get from this corner until halfway, I'm going to make a slight little line over here. I'm going to show it to you in a moment. So this is what I mean, and this is what I'm going to cut out, and this will be his nose for on top of here. I will make 2 of them and on top of here, and I'm going to do one of the blocks in half and again in half. So I get 1 4-piece of thing, and I will use it as eyebrows. So we will see how this will turn out. So you see, this is how the nose is turned out. It's just a little, I think triangle if you call it. And we call it driehoek. So it's a much different word than you call triangle. I think triangle is a nicer word. We call it driehoek. So I'm going to get my wood glue, and I'm going to glue it a little bit higher on his face. So I'm going to get some glue, and I'm going to glue it in the middle piece of the block because we have 7 rows, and we do it in the middle one. I have here the same. Do some glue, and we're going to place it a little bit higher over here. So again, give it a little bit of pressure, and now I have my 1/4 of the block, and very easy. Of course, you don't have to do it this way. You can do it any way you like. So I'm going to go and place it a little bit sideways over here. But maybe you think, oh my, what's he doing? That's not really what I like. Just go ahead and do the way you think you like. So I'm going to give this one also a little bit on the side, and later I do with a little piece of black paint, I do the eyes. And over here, but this gives a little bit more like the wood feeling because it is a nutcracker. So again, give it some pressure, and we're going to let this dry in before we're going to paint the whole face. So my face are drying, but I was just playing around. I did 2 blocks together. I made kind of a heart this way, and I'm going to try if I can cut it out because it is small and my hands are not really the greatest to work with. So I'm going to try to make a kind of a mustache out of it, but we will see if this will succeed or not, so I can place them on each side, but I have no idea if it will work or not. So this was all what I could make of it because the blocks are very small. So I'm going to give it a try, so I'm going to glue them on top and we will see later how it will look like. I don't, but give it a try, but it is a little bit tricky because the blocks are very small. Normally when I use the bigger blocks, it is easier to saw them in half. But of course I have a little table where I can screw my blocks in, so it is safe. But be careful because it's always tricky because they are very small. So I'm going to glue them on top of here and also on this one, and then I'm going to paint it in totally in the white creamy color. In the meantime, while the face is drying, we're going to start to build from under off. We're going to build the bottom, the feet, and we're going to work our way up. We have here, of course, the bottom of the red one. We have our 4 pieces, if everything is correctly, from 2, and you have 3 pieces of the white from 2. So what we're going to do some glue. Oh, you see already, I need to do the lid off. That's better. I'm going to do some glue. I'm going to place it aside. I'm going to take a white one. I'm going to place this one over here. We're going to do here also some glue. Very lightly, place it against, of course this way is better. And I'm going to take a white one. I'm going to place this one over here. I'm going to get a red one, do some glue over here, place it over here, the white, and we're going to place this one over here. We're closing it up with this one, of course. I'm going to look for which is the nicest side, and now I'm going to very easy make a nice straight line. I'm going to give it some pressure, not too much, like this, and we're going to give it a couple of minutes resting. So in the meantime, while this is drying and of course our stand is over here, we're going to get our middle piece. This is his coat, and we have our arms. Later we're going to do, if you want to do some little beads under it, so it gives us a kind of a hands. But if we're going to place it this way, you see already it's not the same height if you look correctly. But what I'm going to do it very easy. Place this one on his side. I'm going to do some thin line over here. I'm going to place this one in the middle. So we get on both sides the same overlay, like this. And now we only need some glue on this one, a little bit. And we're going to place this one on top also. But again, you see already I'm doing it the wrong way because I should have done it this way. So I'm going to get my piece of old towel and I'm going to wipe away this way, and I'm going to do some glue eye with a little bit extra over here. So be careful, don't do it the way that I do. And I have to look if I am correctly. I'm even scared to place it on top of here. And now I have it the right way. Of course, give it a little bit of pressure over here, and we're going to give it some time to dry. So now we're going to do it easy. We're going to make his head. So we have his middle piece of the head. We lay this aside, and we have 3 loose white, and we have 4 loose white, red, not white of course. So what we're going to do very easy. Do a little bit of glue. I make sure that this time I use a little bit, because or else the glue is popping out. I don't know if it is a wise decision to do a painting first and then later, but it is very difficult to make nice lines in between. So it is a choice. One has things that is not really handy, and the other side also. But I chose for first painting and then glue them together. So of course now we need this one, now we need one red one, we need a white one, and we need a red one, and we need a white one, and we need a red one. And we're going to squeeze this one, give it a little bit of pressure, and make sure that we have a straight line. And we're going to give it a couple of minutes rest also. So here we have the piece which is on both sides, and we use a middle piece of the head. We're going to turn it over, do some glue lightly over here, make sure that you have enough on each block and place it exactly in the middle over here. And then you already have your own cute little head, and we're going to give it a little bit of pressure and we're going to let this dry. So the head is drying because this head, the red and white head, we're going to use for the blue one, and the blue and white head we're going to use for this red one. So we get more like the 4th of July style. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get my stand. I'm going to do some glue on the underside over here. And we're going to glue this on top of here, also in the middle. Give it a little bit of pressure. And this way. And we give it also a couple of minutes drying. So now I'm going to do some glue on the trousers, at least what's supposed to be trousers, and we're going to glue now the top over here, also exactly in the middle. And feel with your fingers that you have it in the middle. And we're going to let this dry in also and give it this one at least a half hour drying. In the meantime, while this piece is drying, I'm going to get the back side of my brush, and he is not too big. You see already, I used it already for another color and I didn't get it off. So I get the black chalk paint and I'm going to dip it in a little bit, and I'm going to make my eyes, and I'm going to do it again, and I'm going to place it over here. I have to look for that I have it in a straight line. And this is already one, and now I'm going to do the second one. Of course, I'm going to place it over here. I'm going to give the other one also. And this is very easy to do, and you always have nice eyes from the same measurement. So this is already, now they can dry also. It's a lot of drying, gluing, drying. Now our red one is ready. Of course, we're going to use this head for the other one. So I'm going to make now the blue one, but I will do it a little bit faster because or else you get very bored. Now you see already we have both of the frames of the nutcracker, his coat, his feet, his stand. And now we need only to use his face on top of my head. So I'm going to turn over the head and I'm going to do some glue on the top of his face. And I'm going to place it upside down and place it in the middle. And make sure that you keep it in place for a little moment. And I'm going to do the same with this one. Just turn it over. Do some glue on the top side of his head. You see, like this. And I'm going to turn also this over and place it in the middle. Like this. And we're going to let this dry in also. So now we only need to glue our head on top of our body. But of course, like I told you, I'm going to do the blue one on the red and the red on the blue. But of course, you don't have to do it the way I do. Maybe you don't even like it. It doesn't matter. I'm going to do it on this way. But choose for yourself what you like the best and which is fitting for your decor. Because everyone has his own taste. So just do whatever you think is nice. So I'm going to place this one on top of here. Make sure I have it in the middle and I keep it in place for a little moment. And you see in a moment the quick impression. And then you see already a quick impression of my tumbling tile blocks Uncle Sam for the 4th of July. And this one was so easy to make. Of course, it was a little bit of a chaos. I'm sorry for that. But if you have questions, just leave them in the comment down below. Of course, I hope you give this one also a try. And everyone who is here only for watching, I hope you had fun watching again. And for everyone who is new here, I hope you enjoy what you saw, and if you do, I hope you will click the red subscribe button, give me a thumbs up and click the bell so you will be notified every time we upload new DIYs. For more DIYs, comment over to our description box, there you find the link for our DIYs. Enough talking, I wish you all an amazing day and we hope to see you in the next one. Bye!